Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do a Copic / material that I use video. It's been so highly requested, so I decided to do it, but I don't know what I'll end up calling it, so we'll have to see. Well, first thing about Copic markers is you could either buy them one mark at a time or you could buy them in sets. I bought my first Copic marker one marker at a time. But then I slowly started going bigger and got the 3 set, then the 6 set, and then slowly I went to a 36 set. So they get pretty big. They get bigger than this. There's even sets that have 108 Copic markers in them, but I don't have any of those yet. I actually made this palette by myself by getting each color. Then they have special sets, such as this one. This is the 25th anniversary Copic set of 36. These are special because they are black and they have a fine tip instead of a brush tip at one end. You can also get a colorless blender, which also has a refill with it. This is a don't know how much it is, so this is just a basic refill for the colorless blender, and then you have ones for the actual marker itself, which in order to do this you need to have, you don't need to have, but I do. I have needle for the refilling, and I also have these tweezers. And I'm sure that somewhere around YouTube there's videos on how to refill Copic markers, so I won't bore you guys with that. I just use the anniversary sets and then just get colors that I need most. I have a few refills, but I use them only when I absolutely need to. I use the skin white probably more than any color I have. They also have multi-liners. Now the thing I found out about the Copic multi-liners is, for me, for some reason they're not working. Like, they won't put the ink out onto the paper for some reason. I have no idea why, and I can't figure out why. So I decided to get some other multi-liners. I got these from dickblick.com. I get all my art supplies from there. This is just a regular, I don't know if I can pronounce this, Staedtler Troopless Fine Liner. It has been working for me. The thing I found out though, if you want to use it for Copics, you have to let it dry beforehand because they will start to smudge. And that's not a good thing for anybody. But they come in different colors. I got here a tan color for my skin, and I got black for my regular. I don't know what this brand is. I got it for Christmas this year. And this one is slightly thicker. But this is, I found it does not smudge when you use Copics. So these are my favorite multi-liners. And for the white, if you look at my videos and I use a white ink pen, I use the Deco Color Opaque White. Mine's a little messy because I use it a lot, but I find that this works really well. The only problem with it is I can't have a hard time getting the lid off of it, but other than that it works fine, like perfectly. And of course you have your regular eraser and a pencil sharpener for your pencils. I use regular pencils. I don't use anything fancy except for whenever I feel like I want to. And I use this pen, which I also got for Christmas, and it's actually designed for manga drawing. But it broke, and I was really sad about that. But when I got it, it came with some lead. Don't know if I'm saying it right, but I love this pen and then it broke, so I can't use it anymore. If you do get a Copic multiliner and you do like it, they do have ink cartridges for a SP pen. The SP pen is better than the original multiliner because you can change it out with refills. That's what I have here. It's an 8 cartridge for a 0.03 fine liner, but I can't find mine, so yay for me losing my things. But if you don't have anything fancy, you don't need fancy art supplies to work with Copic markers or markers in general. I didn't start out with anything fancy. I just started out with Sharpie fine liners. Here's the pen, which is quite thin, and then you've got one that's slightly bigger, which is ultra fine point. But I used these the first time I used any marker or any art or anything like that. So if you want to look for an inexpensive way, just go out and buy a bunch of Sharpie pens because they work quite well, and surprisingly they don't smudge if you use markers, which is quite surprising. But this is what I started out with, and I think you all would enjoy it if you start with this and see how you like it. So I would suggest this first. Now, paper. Paper for me has been extremely hard to find out because I have to look for an inexpensive way of getting a sketch pad that works with the Copic markers. So if you watch my videos, you will see me using my sketch pad, but I use a Canson sketch pad, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. They have various sizes. It works pretty well and very limited bleed through, which is really good. Let me just get one out for you guys. If you guys follow me on Google+, you'll probably recognize this. I did this one because someone on there was requesting someone to draw their character for them. So I went ahead and did that. It's not the best, but this is the Canson paper, and it bleeds through. You can see it, but it doesn't bleed through all the way to the second paper, which is something that I look for when I look for paper, but I find it works very well. So I would suggest and recommend getting paper that does not bleed through if you use Copic markers. That's about it. Sorry about that, everybody. My battery died. But as I was saying, Copic.com I really like, and it should be easy. But there's also Copic.com, which they sell obviously Copic markers, and I find that site works really well also. But if you don't want to order offline, go to your local Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever art store you have around you. I'm pretty sure they all have some. That's it for this video. Please request anything in the comments. I'm looking for new videos to do. I will accept challenges, but please comment, like, and subscribe. I look forward to talking to you all again. Bye!